Hello IT Pros and welcome back to my IT workshop. So in this video I'm going to explain the difference between a Windows local account and a Windows domain account. So for that end I have designed this little lab, let's say, and the scenario is the next. I have this laptop which is running Windows 10 Pro. It doesn't have to be Windows 10, can be Windows 7 or 8, but it has to be Pro or Enterprise. You cannot join a home edition to a domain. So this computer is going to have the IP address of 192.168.129, and the network mask for this is going to be /24. Then I have this Cisco wallet. I'm going to use it as a switch and as my DHCP server. I'm not going to use any wireless capability. If you have a small switch, you can use it. This is the one I have available. And it's going to have the IP address of 192.168.1.1. It's also my gateway. And I have then, next I have my server, which is going to have Windows Server 2019, which is my domain controller. It doesn't have to be 2019, can be 2016, 2012, even to 2008. But you have 6 months to test it out, so that's why I just installed it. And this one has the IP address of 192.168.1.10. Now, this network is connected, well, using some network cables and using the Cisco as my switch, as I mentioned. So the laptop is going to have the account name this PC, which is the one I created when I installed Windows, but Windows is also going to add the other accounts. I'm going to show you that as well. And the server is going to have the classic administrator, is the default account maybe, and we're going to use that as well. And I also have created another account, which is Naruto Uzumaki, just because it's cool. If you recognize the name, you and I are both fans of anime or manga. I grew up watching the show and reading the manga, so I really like anime. So you now know a little more about me. Next, we're going to join this laptop to the domain, and we're going to see the difference. I'm going to show you the difference between these two. So without further ado, let's start. Okay, guys, here we are in the laptop, and now we are going to open a CMD, and we're going to run the command net users. And this command is going to give us all the local accounts that are configured on this computer. As you can see, we have the administrator, default account, guest, that utility account is very, very, very long to read. And this PC, the one we, as I mentioned in the presentation, is the one I have created when I install Windows. So we have this account. So we have 2, 4, 5 accounts. One is the one I have added personally, and the others are generated by Windows. Now, another way to check what accounts you have on your computer is if you open the computer management. You go through that. You can see the menu on the left. You go to local users and groups. You click on users, and you're going to see all the users that we can see in the CMD. As you can see, this PC is the only one that is enabled. The others have that little black pointing south arrow. That means that they are disabled. You can enable it, you can change the name, you can add passwords to it, and so and do that. But well, I don't need to do that. The only one, and you can delete them, of course. And the only one we care about is the one that is called this PC, because this is the local account. Well, all of them are local, but the one we're going to use this PC. We are logged in with that account at the moment. Now, well, we don't have anything else to do on this screen, and I'm going to go to my PC, and I'm going to right click on it, and we have all this information here. This is Windows 10 Pro. This is what I wanted to show you. This is perhaps the most important. Not much how much RAM it has or the processor speed and all that. If you see, I'm showing you all the characteristics. It's a 64-bit. And if you see workgroup, it says workgroup. So it's not joined to a domain yet. Now, if we click on the right, as you can see my mouse, we are going to see this screen, well, this menu. And if we go to change, to rename the computer and to change the domain or workgroup, click change. This is going to open another window where you can rename the computer if you wish. And the important part is here. You can join it to the domain. Right now it's in a workgroup. And we have to type the domain. And this computer was not connected to the network, so as you saw a few seconds ago, I just put the network cable to it. And the domain is called my IT workshops, so mitws.local. So that's the domain I created. But before I click OK, I'm going to open another CMD, and I'm going to type some commands. The first command is ipconfig, so to see if I'm receiving an IP address from my DHCP server, which is the Cisco Wallet. And as you can see here, everything says maybe disconnected. So I'm going to try again, ipconfig. And now I'm receiving, I'm going to show you, I'm receiving the IP address. So you can verify the address 192.168.1.129. My gateway is 1.1. And I'm going to ping my my default gateway or the Cisco Wallet, and I have communication with it, so that's working well. And I want to know the name of this device, of my default gateway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ping it to the same address, but with the minus or -A. So that is going to give it the name. As you can see here, it's named Cisco 144006. I didn't change the name for that, so it's the default. And we can see that it's resolving because it's resolving the name. It's converting, well, it's translating the IP address to a name. And now I'm pinging my server, which is 192.168.1.10. And as you can see it there, the name is my IT workshop, MITWS domain controller. So that's the name I gave to the server itself. So everything is working. I have communication. And we don't need anything else here, and we are going to proceed to join this computer, this laptop, to the MITWS domain. So it's going to ask me for the username and password of the domain, not the local computer, and I'm going to add it. It's going to take a few seconds, and it's going to tell me welcome to the MITWS local domain. And it's going to tell me the classic that you have to restart the computer and all that. We're going to do that, of course, otherwise nothing's going to change. But I just want to show you something. So I'm going to click restart later, workgroup. Well, I'm going to show you again in a few seconds. So now we are going to log out or sign out from this session, and we're going to log in one more time. So we see that we are going to open a computer, properties, and well, we can see the domain is myitworkshop.local. So now I'm going to shut down the computer, and we're going to wait for all the process, for all the restart process, and we are going to log in. But this time we're going to use the domain account. So I'm going to make a close-up. So here it says now sign in to my IT workshop or MITWS. And we are going to type the administrator account that I have configured on the server. Not on this video, of course. I did it some hours ago. Well, some days ago, actually. And I'm going to type the password. I'm going to have a problem here because I'm forgetting that I have to put the name of the domain and /. So, and the name, and the account, because I'm logging in to a domain, not to the local computer, right? Using a local computer. So we wait for everything. Almost there. So I'm going to open a CMD so you can see, and I'm going to type the classic net users. As you can see, there is not this is the classic one. It's not with the green screen with the green letters, because this is the first time we're using this account. And as you can see, we have the same accounts: administrator, this PC, default admin, guest, and the other long account, utility account. We don't see the administrator account that we just put it from the server, from the domain. But this is a little misleading because you can tell me, hey, the administrator account might be the same. Okay, so I log out, and I'm going to log in one more time with another account, which is the one we have created, which is Naruto Uzumaki or N Uzumaki. That's the way I just choose it. Normally the first letter of your name and your entire last name. There are different ways to do it, but you can see the account. So we are logging in one more time, We wait for it, and here we are. We are going to do exactly the same. I press Ctrl Shift Escape to access the task manager. We are going to go to users, and as you can see there, we can see the user N Uzumaki or Naruto Uzumaki. So I'm going to type CMD. I'm going to open a CMD, a command prompt, and I'm going to type the same command, net users. I made a mistake. Net users, and one more time, we don't see the N Uzumaki, the Naruto Uzumaki account. Why? Because that account is not local. It doesn't exist on this computer. Well, you can see my CPU 100%. This computer has a very old hard drive, so that's why it's behaving that way. It doesn't have anything installed. But that's off topic. Like I was saying, the account doesn't exist on this local computer. So you have to be joined to the domain to be able to log into this account. And the other thing is in this channel we have restart or reset the password for a Windows computer using Hiren bootcd. You can find that in the top right of this screen. And you cannot reset a password from a domain using Hiren bootcd or any other tool. You have to do it from the server itself or using a third-party application that gives you access, and that's another story. But in other words, a local account only exists on your local computer. Can be admin, can be anything, but it only exists on your local computer. It doesn't have to do anything with domain account that you may have in your environment. And a domain account doesn't exist on your local computer. It exists only on the domain. And if you are not, a computer is not joined to a domain, you cannot use that account or that user. So that's the main difference between a local computer, a Windows local computer, and a domain computer. One exists locally on your computer alone, whether it is joined to a domain or not, and the other exists only if the computer is joined to a domain. So that's the main difference. I have seen sometimes that some people was trying to reset the password of a domain account using some third party like Hiren bootcd or any other, but they were not able to do it because that account doesn't exist locally. You can only, again, reset or change that account password or rename it on the server itself, on the domain controller. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please leave a like. If you have any comment or question, please leave it in the comment section below. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, maybe this is your first time, feel free to look around. You might find something that is useful to you. And please subscribe to the channel and smash that notification bell for future videos. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.